everyone, we got some pretty interesting updates to go over today, including a possible PlayStation State of Play happening very soon, and some surprising news about the 07 First Light. Let's start with PlayStation. So right now, there's a rumor going around that Sony could be holding a State of Play on April 16th. Now before we get too hyped, this is not officially confirmed yet. This comes from insider Nate the Hate 2, who said, "Since this gained unexpected attention and traction, I'll share the unconfirmed date I've heard for the next potential State of Play, April 16th. Now he also followed up by saying he's not fully confident in the exact date, but he does expect the event to happen before June, and likely be third-party focused. When you really think about it, this timing actually lines up pretty well. We already know that Summer Game Fest is happening June 5th, and the Xbox Game Showcase is on June 7th. So it would make sense for PlayStation to get ahead of that and drop some announcements early. And let's be honest, they've done this before. They like to get smaller announcements out first, save the big reveals for later. So if this State of Play happens, don't expect everything to blow your mind. Now here's the reality. Third-party State of Plays can be very hit or miss. Sometimes you get big surprises, new gameplay, release dates. But other times, it's a bunch of updates that just don't land. So I say go into this with moderate expectations, not sky-high ones. Let's talk predictions. One of the biggest possibilities is Marvel's Wolverine. Now this one makes a lot of sense. In some of the games previously said we see more of the game in spring. And right now, we are in spring. So if they're sticking to that plan, this is the perfect moment. We could finally get gameplay, story details, or even a release date confirmation. If it really is targeting September, they need to start marketing soon. Next up, Onimusha. This one has been strangely quiet. We're already in April and still no release date. At this point, it's starting to feel overdue. So if this game shows up, I expect a release date, maybe a new gameplay trailer. Now this one is interesting. Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. We haven't seen a trailer since December 2024. That's a long gap, which usually means one of two things. They're not ready yet, they're saying something big. Knowing Naughty Dog, it's probably the second one. Then there's Marvel Token. If this game is actually launching August 6th, then yeah, it's time to start showing more. If it doesn't appear here, then it's almost guaranteed for Summer Game Fest. And we can't forget Phantom Blade Zero. This game has been getting a lot of hype. It looks fast, stylish, and honestly, just fun. If it's still targeting a September release, then this State of Play would be the perfect place to show more gameplay, lock in the release date. Here's the big question. Will this State of Play actually be good? Honestly, it could go either way. If it leans too heavily on smaller third-party titles, it might feel underwhelming. But they mix in just a few heavy hitters like Wolverine or Phantom Blade Zero, then yeah, it could actually surprise people. Alright, let's switch gears, because this next story caught a lot of people off guard, including me. We've got an update on 07 First Light. At first it sounded like the game was being delayed, but that's not exactly the case. According to IO Interactive, the game is still releasing May 27th on most platforms, but the Switch 2 version has been pushed back to summer. Now this is where things get interesting. We don't have an official reason, but realistically, it's probably due to optimization issues, performance tuning, hardware limitations. This happens all the time with ports, especially for newer or less powerful systems. This was originally reported by leaker Gray Starry, and to be fair, they've been right before. They previously leaked info about Starfield, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So there is some credibility here. If you're on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, you're good. Nothing has changed. But if you're planning to play on Switch 2, yeah, you're going to be waiting a bit longer. Honestly, I think this is the right move. I'd rather they delay it and make sure it runs well, instead of releasing a broken version, even though it does suck for Switch players. So overall, we've got a rumored State of Play on April 16th, a chance to see some big games, and a partial delay for 07 First Light. Now the big thing is, We should know very soon if this state of play is real. If it is, expect an official announcement from Sony sometime early this week. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think this state of play actually happens? What game are you hoping to see the most? And how do you feel about the Switch 2 delay for 007? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates.